Hey YouTube, thought I would do a different kind of video today. Usually I'm just doing kayak adventures and footage of on the river, but today I thought I'd do an instructional video on how to do a stern squirt or stern stall in your playboat or slicey boat. So I hope you like it, I hope it's helpful, and I hope you enjoy, and hope to see you on the river.
So let's break down the components of successfully doing a stern squirt or stern stall. This is one of the first fundamental tricks for river play in a slicey boat that many people learn. There are 5 basic steps to a successful stern stall. Number 1 is starting with some forward momentum through an aggressive forward stroke on the opposite side that you'll do your stern sweep. The second step would be strong torso rotation, where you're going to rotate your core so much so that you are looking at the back drain plug and stern of your boat. The third is to begin to drop the opposite edge of your kayak from where you are setting your paddle up for your stern sweep or stern pry. The fourth is to go ahead and initiate your stern pry or your sweep stroke, planting the paddle blade all the way back at the stern with the shaft parallel with the boat. And the fifth is to rotate your hips and bring your legs forward as the water loads the back deck and begins to lift your bow forward. Before we begin trying to get really vertical, let's practice breaking down the basic mechanics of a successful stern squirt. This is going to start with core rotation all the way back, looking at the drain plug of our boat, and setting up our stern pry or stern sweep stroke with our paddle blade all the way back at the stern. And then just practice doing that core rotation with the stern pry or stern sweep. Don't worry about dropping edge. Don't worry about getting vertical. Just practice rotating your core all the way back, looking all the way back, and practicing that critical core rotation with the stern pry. After you are comfortable with the stern sweep and core rotation mechanics, you can move to the next step, which is to do that in combination with dropping the opposite edge from the side that you are doing your stern sweep on. Try this over and over, a little bit at a time, just dropping a little bit more edge. Again, not worrying how much verticality you're getting, but just work on the mechanics of dropping that edge as you do your stern sweep. Here are some real-time examples of doing this practice over and over. The importance of core rotation in this exercise can't be overemphasized. By way of example, watch these 2 clips where successful stern squirts are initiated with 0 paddle use, utilizing only current of the eddy line and the hips and core rotation. Once you are comfortable with these mechanics in a flat water environment, it's time to move up to a good eddy line where stern squirts are the most fun. Unlike when peeling out of an eddy, when doing a stern squirt, we want to approach the eddy line at a good 90-degree angle to the current and cross over the eddy line. As soon as the seat of our kayak is crossing that eddy line is when we want to begin to initiate the stern pry and dropping our edge. Once we do this, the water will begin to initiate and do the work for us and give us verticality that may have been difficult to obtain in a flat water attempt. Dropping the upstream edge as you cross the eddy line at a 90-degree angle is a very different technique than you have been taught when peeling out. So this will take some getting used to and may involve frequent flipping, which the good news is will also give you plenty of roll practice. As you get better at stern squirts, you can begin to initiate your paddle in different ways, such as making you pirouette within the current as you stern squirt down the eddy line. This is accomplished by essentially reaching out behind you and initiating the equivalent of a bow draw stroke to turn your kayak and pivot it while standing vertical. Using your paddle for balance and maneuverability while vertical is what will create lasting time for a stern stall where you can stay up vertical as long as you feel like it. Practice stern squirts from both river left and river right so as to be ambidextrous. But one technique to also be aware of is you can do a backwards stern squirt or backdoor stern squirt by coming in on the opposite side of where you want to drop your upstream edge and initiate your forward stroke, make it a hard bow sweep, and actually turn that bow back towards the shore and then drop that edge just like you've been doing on the normal side of the river. Common errors: not dropping the correct edge or dropping the wrong side. This will just lead you to aimlessly splashing around, looking kind of silly. Another common error: focusing on laying on the back deck and trying to use upper body strength to force verticality. Your body should remain in the neutral seated position and use core rotation and rotating your hips along with the current to get verticality. Another common error: dropping way too much edge and basically rolling yourself over immediately. This takes time and practice to get the right balance, so don't give up, keep at it. It is a ton of fun. In addition to paddle dexterity, maintaining verticality for extended times has a lot to do with adjusting your stomach muscles, where you're doing stomach crunches and opening your stomach muscles to adjust the angle of your torso to your legs. I hope this video was helpful, and it can be the key to unlocking tons of fun no matter what class river you are on, and just makes for a great time on the water. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found it helpful, and feel free to subscribe for more kayaking videos. And I hope to see you on the river soon. Have fun.